kitchen with some handmade essentials just in time for your next dinner party.
Yes, Molly Reel is live with a woodworking business that started during the pandemic and doing so good right now.
I always admire people who could do all this stuff.
Oh my gosh, this guy, you guys, what a jack of all trades, I am telling you. Earlier I said he was a chef turned woodworker, but he's actually a woodworker turned chef turned woodworker again.
Nice.
So, yeah, the man himself. This is Thomas Cannell. So he was a chef here in Sacramento. He grew up learning how, he went to carpentry school over in England.
Yeah, I did an apprenticeship there, and then I worked with a furniture maker for about close to 8 years, and then before I moved to the US, and I kind of went into cooking because I always loved that, and then I started making boards in between that as a hobby, and when the pandemic hit, I had a workshop, I had a bunch of time on my hands, and it just kind of went full time.
Yeah, and these are so beautiful. I wish you guys could smell this too, this room. But again, you know, they're not just gorgeous, they're super functional because who knows kitchen equipment and the functionality of it better than a chef? So explain, for instance, what makes this cutting board special, or this cutting block?
So the end grain is definitely like the chef's favorite. It's just much like kinder on the knives. So usually like these are what the chefs go do to cut on. I mean the end grain is different, the edge, as far as like this is. I personally find these ones prettier, but these ones are definitely more functional.
Yeah, if you can see, you guys see how, you know, it lies that way, or even here, this is kind of how the slab of wood is meant to be, but then if you check over here, you can kind of, I don't know how well you can see it, these little, so it's this part, so it's softer on the knives when you're cutting. Yeah. And then show us over here too, Chef Thomas. This is a kind of a cutting board in process. You know, you look at something like this and it's gorgeous, but you kind of take it for granted really what's going into this. So show us.
This would be exactly what this will look like when it's finished. So this is like the early stages of the glue up, so I have to glue this, plane it, and then I'll rip another cut in there and put the inlay in and then glue it again.
And even this strip of red, I mean, that's a piece of wood that he has cut and glued. So a lot of work goes into these. And so, Chef, you started this as a COVID project. Man, it is ramped up. Yeah. You're doing pop-ups at West Elm. I mean, you're all over the place.
Yeah, we have kind of a lot going on right now. I have a bunch of Christmas orders. Yeah, we have a pop-up coming up. We're in a few local stores, which has been great. You know, working with like local small businesses. You know, just part of the community. It's fun. Yeah. Yeah.
And he told me, you know, doing this kind of revamped his passion and love for cooking and food and, you know, eating at home and getting to enjoy the pretty things that go along with eating a meal at home.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so if people want to find you, you know, they can find you around town, they can also find you online?
Yeah, we have like an online store, and then we have the Instagram that kind of links to that.
Awesome. Again, gorgeous and functional and local. Don't have to wait on those shipping costs, you guys.
I love it. Beautiful work.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, we all know Thanksgiving is nothing without some delicious sides. So earlier I made